to the Catch-Up Corner, the final episode
of this podcast of Jim Henson Month. Sorry. Right. Wow.
Why do you want this podcast to end so
I never
badly?
said I wanted it. I just think it's funny. Especially because we had a conversation with Connor the other day. And he made a punchline. He was like, you know what? You're canceled. I'm canceling your podcast. I go, not all 5 of our subscribers. Anything but that. And I go, one of them being you. But, hi. Yeah, Jim Henson Month's finale. Wow.
Jim Henson Month is over. And I'm really, really sad about it.
Yeah. First month of the podcast successfully done. Up top for that. All right. Wow, that was... Damn, that could have been a crisp high five if your shirt wasn't in the way of your hand. Damn. Audience gets to hear a muffled thing. So, we did, before we get into, like, the wrap-up, there was a couple loose ends that we talked about throughout the podcast that I had you watch before this.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, you have a plan. Wait, you have a plan. Do you want to do the stats first?
Well, I want to do the stats first.
Woo!
Because I think that that's the most...
Okay.
I mean, I feel like that's the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
So... We watched a total of 25 things.
Yes, we
movies
did.
and TV shows.
Sorry, don't mind me. Scram was telling me your Christmas gift, but
I see.
Carry on.
So, 15 of those were the first time watch for me. That includes all of the TV shows we
Fraggle
watched,
Rock, right?
And Fraggle Rock, and the movies. Mm-hmm. Which means 10 of them were rewatched. I did count. The Wobulous World of Dr. Seuss as a rewatch.
And Sesame Street, right?
Did I count Sesame Street as a rewatch? I think I did. I don't remember.
Because the way I see it, Labyrinth was a rewatch. Mm-hmm. Mirror Mask was a rewatch. Dark Crystal wasn't, right? Because every time you tried...
It was. Yeah,
okay.
because we tried watching it once, and then
I
fell asleep.
But then
we watched it again, and I did watch it all the way through, so that is a rewatch.
Okay. Sesame Street. Obviously, the original Muppet Show, right? I mean, Muppet Movie.
Muppet Movie was a rewatch.
Muppet Movie was a rewatch. Okay.
So was Caper.
Was Manhattan? Manhattan wasn't,
was a
right?
first time watch.
Treasure Island was a first time
watch.
Everything else was like, what is it called? Wow. A new thing. Okay. And that's some of them, of course. Wobulous you counted as well, like you said. So there's some loose ends that we tied up. Okay. Not a bad stat.
There were 10 total movies. Mm-hmm. 3 total specials. Mm-hmm. This was not including the 2 that we just watched.
The stuff I made you watch today,
yeah. And 12 total shows.
Okay.
Out of those shows, we finished 5, which isn't great, but it's a start.
Well, I mean, to be fair, this is a starting podcast. We did give the disclaimer that this is an easy one to start with because we don't have to, like, finish them to get the full story, unlike some stuff that is other topics. This was a nice starting point for the podcast because we didn't have to rush anything.
Now, including all of those shows, obviously we already said that there were 10 total movies. Mm-hmm. In all of those shows, whether we finished them or not, we managed to watch a total of 110 episodes.
Dear God. Holy fuck. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a lot of minutes. Oh, I could have made a video by then.
I know. I did not. I didn't count the time in hours because that was a lot of math.
That is a lot. And some episodes are longer than others for certain shows.
Yeah.
That's a smart assessment, though.
So those are our stats for the month.
Wow.
I know.
I'm impressed.
I'm very impressed by that.
For a starting point topic, I feel like this is a good one that we got really good ground from, honestly.
Yeah, I'm really happy we started with this one.
This is the easiest one. Like, obviously, some of the topics we have are like D&D and horror, and they're a broader scope, so they probably are easier to get into, in my opinion. For something that involves a lot of TV shows for a topic, this, I think, was like the best we could have done, quite frankly. Because Jim Henson is one of those people that we'll get into, I'm sure, where you don't have to watch everything to get bits and lore. You can just pick up whatever you want and go with it, even if it is clips and not full episodes. So I think it's a good idea, and I think Binks thinks so too, as he rang the bell by my desk walking by. So
he's in a very lovey mood right now.
He is, but I agree though. I think this is a good month. So is there anything you want to get into with the wrap-up, or do we want to save that and go over the stuff that made you watch going into this?
Let's go over the stuff that you made me watch, because there were a couple of loose ends that we needed to tie up.
Yes, these were things that, like, A, I was thinking about it during an episode, and I had her do research for the wrap-up, or B, I just didn't feel right putting it in a section, and I feel like it's the perfect wrap-up. So, let's go over the loose end, the Skeksis original language video. So, the two scenes you watched were the Emperor dying, and the original fight for the Emperor spot between the General and the Chamberlain. So, what did you think of those?
I thought it was really interesting. You said they were supposed to have subtitles?
I thought there was originally, but the video's on Jim Henson's channel and the other original one. Well, keep in mind, too, that there were supposed to be subtitles, I'm pretty sure, but this is, like, deleted footage.
Yeah.
It's basically, at this point, like a deleted footage, behind-the-scenes thing that you find on a DVD, where, like, you don't need the subtitles since you've already watched the movie.
Yeah.
So they just kind of threw it in. And one of them was on the Jim Henson channel. So it's interesting, though. What did you think?
I didn't hate it.
Wow.
Okay,
Whoa.
I didn't hate it.
Whoa.
I was really okay. I feel like this scene worked with and without.
With both of them, or
both? Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it worked. I think it worked using that language. It was interesting, and it really kept you looking at the screen, wondering what was actually going on and what was happening. I do see how some people could get confused and maybe
Pussies.
put off by it if, like, you don't understand what's
Total
happening.
pussies.
But if we're being honest, there are so many silent films where you don't get words, you don't get dialogue.
You read the fucking next screen anyways.
Or even if you're not reading it, you're literally just watching body language. And I understand body
Trip to
language.
the moon, yeah.
Body language is tough for some people to read. Like, I'm not knocking anybody who has a hard time reading body language.
I'm kidding, I'm not.
But if you just watch it, it's not hard to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, this is the interesting thing, too, is how different a lot of the voices for the Skeksis are. The only ones I feel like that are the same are Chamberlain, General, and I forget the other one that basically goes, by the law, he must pay. That guy, who I think is also a general or commander, too. I think I'm mixing the Skeksis general up. But, like, those three voices are the same, but did you notice in the original language how, like, nasally and creepier the original voices sound in that compared to, like, the English dub where some of them are pompous, screechy voices?
Yeah.
Like, that's wild to think. Which would you prefer if you had to choose between the two? Because a lot of people like the idea of the original language, but the English still does work, and I'm on the boat where I could go either or, which is rare for me. But if I had to choose for world immersion, I was going to say it's probably, like, you know, the original Skeksis language.
I agree with you that it can work both ways. I think it's different. It depends on what dynamic you want the Skeksis to have. Because if you use the original, they're more primal, more animalistic.
Which is exactly the point, which makes that feast scene way better in context, though.
Yeah, and then if you give them a language that we can understand, it makes them seem just like
snobby nobles.
Politicians.
Exactly. Politicians. That's what they are. And it's to a T on purpose.
I think I just think it really depends what direction you want to take with them.
So where do you fall? Where do you fall then in that case? And you're really, I'm seeing the gears turning right now, but
I know, I have to think about it. I think I liked the original a little better.
Like the original language?
Original
it's so good.
Language. I think because they're supposed to be these larger-than-life villains that took out an entire race, not just snobby nobles who get yes to death. And that's what using, like, an English language feels like.
But it works for both, in my opinion, because they are essentially both. They're primal animals that committed a genocide, let's call it what it is. But that's the other layer where that's no different from politicians. I mean, not to get political, but to get political again. But, like, you look at half the politicians allowing a genocide on Palestine, especially in America, like, there's not much wiggle room between the Skeksis and politicians, you know what I mean? Like, I look at some of the stuff that, like, our current iteration of a president, quote-unquote, does now with like feasts and all that and hosting all these great Gatsby like parties, and it's not too much different than what a Skeksis feast looks like in my opinion. It's weird, it's uncomfortable, and I feel like that was done on purpose though for Jim Henson. Like, all right, if you're not gonna let me do this, I'm gonna do this, you know. But I really think both works because it's not much of a coin flip between primal murderers and politicians at this point. But that's just me, the politicalist person, so what do I know? What do I fucking know? So, that's the Skeksis. Let's talk about what I made you watch for the ending. And I feel like this worked for a wrap-up as she's about to cry. So, I figured this was important to watch because I didn't feel like it's a good way to put it in any other episode, sandwich it in. I feel like this is a perfect thing to watch for a wrap-up because it encompasses everything you've watched. The Muppets tribute to Jim Henson.
I hate you. I hate you. That's just what I have to say. Benson and I play Pokemon TCG TCG Simulator.
Yeah, Pocket. I'm in Pocket, sorry.
I happened to get a really, really good pack today. And
oh, no, not a good pack. Shut your mouth. Hold on. I'm going to tell you what it's called, the God Pack in Pokemon terms. She got five full art illustrations.
Yeah, I did.
5!
I did.
And you know what the sick, twisted, perverted part of this all is? She got... Basically, you got 2 of the same. You got 2 Keldeos and 2 Makuhitas.
I did.
What the fuck is that? That's even rarer to do, I feel like, than a regular God Pack. That's crazy.
Well, this was Benson's revenge.
It was.
Because, yeah, I cried.
You look like you're about to cry, so I'll give you a second, and I'll explain the Muppets tribute as apology. So the Muppets are basically doing this, figuring out how to do a tribute number to Jim Henson. They have no idea who he is. They've never seen him before, and they're trying to figure it out as they go. And there's intermediate tributes from obviously his coworkers. Frank Oz does one of the best ones in my opinion. There's a couple from like people that just were inspired by him. There are a ton of like moments where the Muppets are trying to figure it out. And like Gonzo, for example, there's one time Rizzo goes, "You're not gonna believe what I found in regards to Jim Henson," and Gonzo goes, oh wait, Gonzo goes, "Yeah, I think it's that way." Gonzo goes, "Yeah, I forget to keep catching those in." And then Rizzo goes, "Look who signed it." And they're like, "You know what this means? He's an accountant." So they get a marching band of accountants to do the number. And then it all culminates into essentially the Muppets moving a desk and seeing a bag, and they're like, "Look at this." And keep in mind, Kermit the Frog is not here at any point throughout this. Kermit the Frog is trusting them with this vision. And then they all read these letters. They start reading letters and realizing that Jim died. And they're like, "We were just getting to know him." Fozzie tries to cancel the whole thing. And Robin, Kermit's nephew, steps in and goes, "Maybe this is what Jim would have wanted." They do a whole musical number. And then we get the first post-mortem voice line of Kermit under Steve Whitmire. I'm pretty sure Steve Whitmire started this, but Steve Whitmire's first performance as Kermit, and to end everything, showing that, you know, and he basically was like, "You'll see us for more Muppet stuff because no matter what happens, that's what the boss would have wanted." So yeah, it was 50 minutes of that, and then I made her watch all the Muppet characters sing. He was alive at the end, but like, because Grover handed him a racked up bill, but like, it's still a tribute to Jim in a way. Everybody singing Rainbow Connection. So,
which I can't hear Rainbow Connection anymore without thinking of Constantine's version.
Yes! I've converted her. Yes! But talk to me about this. You've been on a rapid fire journey with Jim Henson's works, and talk to me about everything you felt watching these.
So, I mean, we've talked about it before. Jim Henson passed away. He was in his 50s, I think.
He was 50s, I'm pretty sure.
Very, very young.
Passed away from cancer.
Yeah, and I knew, like, going into it that I was gonna have a hard time by the end of this month.
Oh, yeah!
Because of how connected you get to all of Jim Henson's works. And I knew from the beginning, like, not only the Muppets, but the Fraggles.
Fraggles, I think, are one of your favorite new pieces of media.
Yeah, we just found the 3rd season on DVD, and I was so excited.
Yeah, we went to a local place, and it was awesome to find.
So, it's it was something that I knew I was going to have a hard time with, especially knowing, like, I knew about the tributes going in. I assumed you were going to make me watch those.
Yes, I was. I didn't tell her, though.
It's such a hard thing to deal with, because even though the team, made sure to keep the Muppets living on, there are so many things Jim Henson could have done.
Yeah.
There's, like, he was only in his 50s, and I know some people think that's old, but it's not.
No.
Like, he had so much life to live, and it's such a devastating loss.
It's huge. I mean, you could feel
cry
it.
again.
You're gonna cry. I mean, but I feel like the tributes showed it best, though, of what we've talked about with projects where Jim, and they talked about it in the tribute, Jim was someone that appreciated from a distance a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. And when there were projects that he couldn't always be hands-on with, like Fraggle Rock, but gave his trusted team the chance to work with it, you could feel it. And I feel like this tribute to Jim Henson it felt like Jim gave a guiding hand to write, I'm going to start crying.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a tough episode.
Yeah. He gave a guiding hand to write, because it felt like Jim's teachings about togetherness, even though it was team. But that's his team, though. That's like, they weren't just a team. They were the team. They were best friends, And
you could feel it in the works. There's a reason that family and bond and connection are such deep themes in every single piece of media that he and his team are a part of, other than Mirror Mask, but we don't talk about that one.
Yeah. That's the odd child that tried to step in. But, I mean, even, like, the newer shows that change dynamics completely, like the Muppets on ABC, it still felt like that type of degree of, like, togetherness for a lot of the team, which is, wild to think about, considering the fallout afterwards with someone we'll get into in a minute. Before we get to the bad, let's just reminisce the good, obviously. Yes. It sucks, and it's such a hard thing to think because, I mean, it's wild to think about Jim Henson. I mean, I always contribute a lot of who I am to, like, Pokemon and, all this shit I watched when I was a kid. And even now as an adult, I contribute a lot of what I think about to stuff I watch, like Fairy Tale. I don't think I'd be the same person without a lot of media that I watched, whether it's popular or not. I don't give enough credit to Jim Henson because, let's be honest here. Eventually I'm going to grow into an older Jim Henson, I feel like. It's just inevitable. My love for puppetry and practical effects started with Jim Henson because he's clearly one of the best in the business. His collaborations sometimes, like Frank Oz helping with Star Wars and like just George Lucas producing and helping with Labyrinth, obviously. Like, there were a lot of collaborations that we don't talk about publicly either, but you felt everything. And I feel like just, especially Fraggle Rock as a kid, made me who I am today, of just like appreciating the world around you and just finding joy in the little things and continuing to be a lover and a dreamer.
And cheese.
Can't forget cheese. I do love me some cheese. That's for sure. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to say about starting to sob, but like,
I know.
Goddamn, does Jim Henson really just, he did so much. And like, they were talking about it. The Muppets were one of the first shows in Russia. And like, during the end of the Cold War, Fraggle Rock was one of the first shows to be accepted back into Russia as well. Jim Henson ended the Cold War whether he meant it or not. Like, that was a huge point because Russia, I mean, not much different now, but at least they're more culturally, like, allowing things in. But, like, you just look at what he did and, like, you realize, oh my god. But, like, Fraggle Rock also has this great history we never got to talk about where the Doc real-life scenes could be interchangeable. Like, the British one had, like, a fisherman, like a grumpy old fisherman. And there was, like, everyone got to do their own version of Doc intersplicing in, but everyone talks about the American version technically because that's the most well-known. But every country got to do it in their own way, in their own culture. But that's the joy of Jim Henson, is that say what you will about anything else. Say what you will about his SNL skits that flopped the hell out, which were wild to think about. But he found a way to make everyone's culture and everyone's voice heard in some degree. He wasn't perfect all the time. Nobody is. But I think he's one of the best to do it in the game, and I don't think we're ever going to get anybody like that.
No, I think it's definitely a huge loss that is still felt today, even as the Muppets go on, and I think, go on.
Question mark.
There obviously is some questions about that, because one of the things that I do want to talk about is how the Muppets have kind of fallen off the map a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna do something. You want to know how I feel about it? Okay, I'm gonna let you take the stage for this, but I'm gonna simulate how I feel really quick. Excuse me for a second. I'm sure you'll be fine hearing me. Trust.
So one of the things that we noticed later on with the Muppets, especially with the TV shows, there aren't a lot of episodes. There aren't a lot of seasons. And for some of them, you can say, Muppet Mayhem, it worked out to be 10 episodes. It could have gone on, yeah, but 10 episodes was fine. But then shows like the Muppets, the ABC Muppets, and even Muppets Now probably could have gotten a little more if they were willing to diversify the show a little bit more. Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like they are doing a lot with the Muppets to expand and keep them going, and it's actually really, really disappointing.
Do something with them!
Especially...
I'm better now.
So, Disney is kind of doing something with them. We talked about it in the last one.
In many passings.
Where they are giving the Mayhem their own roller coaster in the park.
Rock and Roller Coaster's being rebranded for the Electric Mayhem. So no more Aerosmith. Now we got, the Electric Mayhem.
However, they did get rid of a very important attraction in the Disney parks that
we're gonna talk about it.
Yes, we are going to talk about it.
Okay. This is my turn to be mad. Okay.
Because I had only gone to Disney once in my life, and we went to go see that show twice. If you don't know what we're talking about Muppet 3D Vision, which was a show where you got these 3D glasses and you got to watch the Muppets in all of their glory. And it was all in 3D. It was super fun.
Not just 3D, practical effects. Like there was animatronic Statler and Waldorf, and they had like a Sweetums, actual body character. Like someone would come out of the Sweetums costume. Swedish Chef had an animatronic. I digress. Go ahead, continue.
Well, they closed that down after we went in February, and a lot of people were very upset about it. I'm upset about it, and I only went on it twice. I can't imagine how somebody who grew up with that attraction felt.
Yeah. Wonder what that's like.
How do you feel about it, sweetheart?
Fuck you, Disney. I say that enough as it is because you sold out to Israel, but fuck you, Disney. Fuck you for getting rid of Muppet Land. Fuck you for getting rid of Rizzo's Little Pizza Place. That shit was actually fire. Thank you.
That was good.
Fuck you. Who cares about Monsters, Inc. anymore? That's a blip.
Hey.
No. I'm gonna say it. Okay? Everyone was like, yeah, Monsters, Inc. Who genuinely, though, out of all of you, cared for Monsters, Inc. after the original theatrical release and outside of the TikTok memes? Who was there for the sequel show? None of you? That's what I fucking thought. Because it didn't perform well. And now we're getting a whole ass land out of it? Are you shitting me? I like Monsters, Inc. as much as the next fucking person, but fuck that decision. That is the last legacy you left that Jim Henson left behind, and you fucking destroyed it? Fuck you, pieces of shit.
Yeah, I do think that it was a bad decision.
Terrible decision.
You're taking something... I love Monsters, Inc. I love Pixar. I do. However, you're taking a piece of history.
You can already see Mike and Sully in fucking several parks. I'm just fucking saying.
Yeah, you're taking a piece of history that they're not doing anything with. They own the rights to the Muppets. They're not doing anything with the Muppets. Yes, we just got announced a new show.
Great. We'll go into that in a minute.
We will go into that in a minute. But you haven't done anything with the Muppets in years.
The last thing you did, you already canceled. Mayhem was literally last year. Does anyone remember Mayhem was last year?
Yeah.
I bet you don't, because immediately after the first season release, guess what happened? Less than a month after release. Muppets Now. ABC The Muppets.
Everything you're doing with the Muppets has been very, very short-lived.
We have not even gotten a Muppet movie since Muppets Most Wanted, which released when we were in high school.
Yeah.
It's been a decade.
Don't make me feel old, please.
I'm going to do it. The last thing you guys did, other than a TV show, was The Haunted Mansion, which was great, don't get me wrong, but that's not a Muppet movie. You made it a straight-to-streaming service special, and it shows. Diabolical. You know what? You know who's giving more life to the Muppets than you guys, you dumbass millionaire bitches? I'm gonna fucking tell you who it is, alright? Everyone close your fucking ears, okay, if you hate this name. Like the man that sold his soul to gaming industries for a bunch of sick kicks on his feet. Jeff Keighley. Jeff Keighley lets the Muppets on every award show. Scooter was in Summer Game Fest. Frickin' Swedish Chef was on at some point, I'm pretty sure. We've also had Bunsen and Beaker battling the goose from Untitled Goose Game. Last year, we had Statler and Waldorf doing the best heckle job ever after being out of the game for so long, telling Jeff Keighley to please wrap it up like he tell award winners. Jeff Keighley's doing more than you are with your own production and your own brand. At this point, give it to him. Just give it to him. He even starred as a bust head in the Haunted Mansion special. And he was proud of it. I'm so heated.
I know.
I'm so mad. This
know.
is like the biggest fumble of all time. How do you do this? How do you do this? I've lived through so many of the biggest fumbles across every type of entertainment industry. I have lived through the greatest fumbles in sports between Boston Bruins and Toronto and Washington and San Jose. I have lived through the biggest fumbles there. I've lived through the biggest fumble for TV and movie with the Muppets, and don't even get me started on how many fumbles I've lived through with video games, and also books, obviously. George R.R. Martin continuing to take forever, please take your time in all seriousness, and fumble that. I have lived through so many fumbles at this point, and the Muppets is one of the worst, that I'm never going to let go because it's still going on.
Well, let's talk about the new show.
Oh, yeah!
That I'm not sure I have high hopes for at this point.
Wow. Really?
It's not that I think the content is going to be bad, but I said at the beginning of this podcast, in the very first episode, I don't love getting attached to characters knowing that they're going to be taken from me very quickly.
That's true. This is true.
I have no hope that this series is going to last more than a season.
I think this is just a special, the back end, a season that may or may not exist. I don't know if they've officially confirmed it's a full season or not. I just know the special is with Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, we know Sabrina Carpenter is going to be a part of it. We don't know really anything else about it.
Seth Rogen's producing it.
Other than Seth Rogen is also involved in it. But again, I can't have high hopes for this when every other time I've had high hopes for a Muppets TV show within the past decade has been canceled.
Yeah. You're never going to get your answer from the Muppets season 2.
Exactly.
You're never going to... They've brushed it off, it feels like, at this point. It feels like they're in that weird in-between where, like, are they dating? Are they not dating? Like you see in Haunted Mansion, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like they're skirting the answer at this point. I don't think there's been a public thing yet about it, but... Oh, it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. But, like, the content's going to be great. Listen, If anybody has proven they could produce something, it is Seth Rogen. I think Seth Rogen has become one of the best actors as our cat's punching a paper bag. He's as mad. He's been doing it this whole time, so we're sorry, but he's as mad as we are about the Muppets. Fucking whack a Kermit. Just starts punching everything. I've never seen a cat that mad. Go off, buddy. But I will say, in the years he's been starting to passionately go into these things that clearly he's grown up with, he's proven to be one of the better revival artists in regards to these franchises of all time. He's one of the best actors turned producers at this point. I mean, TMNT, you loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
I did. I'm glad Seth Rogen is a part of it. However,
he's a great producer.
Until I'm proven wrong, and I will be happy to be proven wrong for once in my life, if this ends up becoming something. But I can't get my hopes up with this one because I've just been one disappointment after another with these shows. Don't get me wrong. Muppets Mayhem is probably one of my favorite shows that I watched all year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no. We forgot to do that. Never mind.
What? Do what?
We were going to do a wrap-up of other media that we would watch this month at the beginning, and we forgot.
Well, you'll get that at the end of the year. You're welcome. But I will say this. Oh wait, no, continue your thought, please, ladies first, before I start throwing fisticuffs. Okay, well, in that regard, then I guess I'm gonna fucking blow. I feel it. Listen, Sabrina Carpenter, love her to death in many ways, many ways. Love Sabrina Carpenter. She is a perfect fit. I feel like for this show, this special. Like, her and Miss Piggy are gonna go hard together. I mean, Miss Piggy was just at Sabrina's concert as the Juno arrest, which was funny, with Bobo the Bear as her security guard. That's great. They're literally advertising early by having her show up at the Sabrina concert. So I'm hoping this works. I really do. Seth Rogen, I'm sure, is going to do great. They brought the studio back. There are some hiccups I'm worried about that may cause this to fail, but I also am skeptical and I don't have a lot of hope as well. I'm going to enjoy this, but I'm not going to have a lot of hope either, which sucks because I want to be hopeful so badly, but they have proven me wrong time and time again with this franchise that they can't do shit with. One of those issues is Matt Vogel. Love him to death. He's going to be the voice of Kermit, I think. I don't think a lot of fans are going to tune into the Muppets because of the controversy with Steve Whitmire, which, you know what? That's fair game. Steve Whitmire, we've talked about it a lot. He was the voice from Jim's death up until, like, the end of the Muppets ABC show. He was terminated by both Disney and Jim Henson Company for unlawful, what is it called? Like, or unorderly conduct, workplace conduct. And I don't know the exact full details. I just know that he had a lot of issues back and forth with the idea of Kermit during the ABC production. I don't know if there was anything actually wrong, but at the end of the day, he still got terminated by both companies, so they're not going to use him anytime soon. I think there was a TikTok recently I saw today on Q, somebody asking Steve Whitmire, are you going to be in the new special? And he goes, no. And, like, he's such a nice guy, it looks like, too, at conventions, but, like, he's not coming back. So Matt Vogel going forward for all productions, unless there's some roundabout miracle, is now our voice for Kermit. And unless he's improved in the year or two he's been gone from the Muppets, I'm sorry, I don't think it's going to go well. I think, because Kermit's the face of the Muppets. Say what you will about every other Muppet, he's the face of the Muppets. And he's not going to sound like himself, which hurts.
No, it does, and it just... Yeah, it doesn't make sense. If you're going to recast Kermit, a very iconic, noticeable character, it needs to sound like Kermit. There are so many voice actors, even just on social media, so many voice actors I've heard that sound like Kermit. You could have hired somebody else.
Matt Vogel's a great puppeteer, don't get me wrong, but that doesn't translate to actor.
No.
It doesn't at all. I'm so mad.
I know, it's tough, and it's definitely going to take some getting used to.
And I'm sure we will, to some degree. To some degree. Not a good degree, but a degree. And not to, continue this, but, I mean, we're getting a new Fraggle Rock Christmas special. Yes, thank you. We're getting a new Christmas special, I know. Does that mean we're getting a season 3? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, unfortunately. And this is my issue with straight-to-streaming service stuff and the death of cable TV as a whole, because the straight-to-streaming service bullshit is not helping a lot of shows. And unfortunately, Fraggle Rock, I feel like, for all the positive reception it's gotten, rightfully so, and the attention it's gotten for stuff, I don't think it's made up, like, a lot of its, like, what is it called? Numbers that it should, technically, in statistics. And I think the straight-to-streaming service hurts it so fucking much and hurts a lot of things so much. And it sucks, and I really wish and hope that I'm proven wrong. But I think even before Fraggle Rock got another true ending like the original series, I think we are witnessing the end of Fraggle Rock 2.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's plans for a season 3. I don't know. I could be wrong because we're getting the Christmas special this year, but... how many shows get Christmas specials and then are never seen again anyways? So, I don't know. I'm very bummed about Back to the Rock as well. And it hurts so fucking bad. It really does.
It is.
Yeah,
it's really tough because clearly Jim left his legacy to people that he loved and trusted. And for the most part, they did an amazing job keeping that up. And then Disney, I do love Disney. I grew up with Disney. I have a soft spot in my heart for Disney. I know Disney is a shitty company.
Yeah,
right
the company
now,
itself
especially.
is a fucking shit show.
But the media that they have produced over the years is attached to my childhood.
Especially the shows from our generation.
Especially the shows from our generation.
Yeah.
However, they're ruining another iconic production, and it's really, really hard to even try to defend their choices with this. You can't buy a product or a company and then do nothing with it.
Oh, they can. They're Disney. They're the richest company on earth. How many fucking networks do they own at this point?
Too many.
Oh, yeah. They own Star Wars. They own Marvel. They own the Muppets. There's so much they own at this point. Like, it's actually brutal. It's so, so brutal. And they don't care because they're making money off everything else anyways. They're making money off the fucking rat.
If you're new here, Benson has issues with Mickey
I
Mouse.
have beef with that mouse on so many levels. Okay? Not just because your company sucks donkey dick, but because you're a fucking terrible person in Kingdom Hearts, and I'm gonna let the whole world know about it. Trash bag, garbage, shit eater,
All right.
rat.
All right. Are there any other?
The only rat I like is Rizzo.
Oh my goodness. Are there any other points that you would like to talk about?
I want to, but I'm already bordering TOS friendly. I'm already corporate friendly, considering I mentioned Disney supporting a genocide. Whoopsies. But it's true.
Right.
We all know it.
I thought to make this fun and to wrap up a little bit, we could do a tier ranking.
Oh, yippee.
Obviously, since it wouldn't be fair to Spotify, I didn't make one, so we're not going to show it on YouTube either, but we're just going to talk it out, and maybe I'll write it down in my notebook that's sitting in front of me.
Well, you beat my question of what's your favorite and least favorite, so that works. Okay.
But
Okay.
All right. Well, let's go.
I'm coming down to earth. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Are you okay?
No.
Are you? Are you sure?
Nope.
Are you gonna make it?
Uh-uh.
All right.
I'm mad. Yay. All right.
All right. So let's do our little tier ranking. Let's start with the commercials.
Oh, wait. Are we doing both shows and movies, or
All
are they
of them,
separate?
yeah.
All of them together?
Yeah.
Commercials? That's a solid B. I give that a B.
You'd give it a B. I'd give it a C.
What is wrong with you? Oh, you're trying to piss me off again. I just said I'm coming down to earth. And what do? C tier. What is wrong? Are you trying to give me a coronary? I almost said colonoscopy. Very fitting because Muppets. But, I digress. Okay.
All right. I put it in B for you, but I disagree.
I know you do.
Animal Show. I'd give this a solid B.
That's a B.
I'd put it in
That's
solid
a B.
tier.
It's a cute educational show that does its purpose.
Yeah.
Dave Goelz rocks. Steve Whitmire rocks.
Yeah.
They knocked it out of the park with their chemistry, and it shows easily. So I agree.
Yeah.
I do think the set design, like you said, is a little off, but also that's the 90s. I still think it's a good set design.
Yeah, I think it's alright. The puppets are a little creepy, but you know what? I can get behind that. It was fun. It was cute. I would let my children watch it.
Yeah, I let my children watch it too. So by all
The
means.
Ghost of Fafner Hall.
C tier.
I would also put it in a C.
It's good. I like it. I do see your points though. I think it's
Yeah.
good. It definitely is like a really good classical music type of thing.
Yeah.
But it is also something that if I hadn't looked into it before, I feel like I would have watched it in music class and then be like, oh, I remember this when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
But it is still good. I think that's like the lowest I'm going to go with something.
Now hear me out.
Oh no.
Next is Wobulous.
Yes.
I think A.
S.
Only because of the second season.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah.
You're so... Okay, first season, S tier.
First
Second
season S tier,
A.
but because of the second season.
Second season has watered down Dr. Seuss for little kids.
Yeah,
It's
I think
it's
A.
Seuss in the Big Blue House, essentially.
Yeah.
Or Bear in the Wobulous House.
I'm putting it in A.
I'm going to put it in A. I'm splitting it first season S, second season A. That's my take.
Yeah.
It still serves its part in an early demographic way, and I still think it's very influential in that regard.
Fraggle Rock, the
S!
OG is S.
S! Put that in S right now so quickly. No notes, Your Honor. That's
no
easy.
Notes. Back to the Rock.
S.
S too?
S.
I might also put that in A, though.
No, S.
I'll give it to you for S.
S. Listen, it's not the original in many ways.
Yeah.
I agree. But the stuff it gets to do and the way it pays tribute to its old regular series roots and does some of the songs better. Like, I mean, it's Pogie. I'm Pogie, I should say.
I know.
Like, Free and High, the remake of that song with, Adam Lambert is better than the original, and the original was good as it is.
All right.
I'm going to put it in an S.
Okay. What about Muppets Tonight?
That's an A. That's a really good A.
Okay.
What about you?
I'd give it to it.
It's a good A. It's a great show. I know we talked about Muppet shows before, and I feel like I like the Muppet Show a little better than Muppets Tonight.
So you'd also put that in A?
Yeah, I'm going to put it in A. But also, the more I think about it, there's a lot more funnier things in that show. Like, Johnny Fiamma's, Pasta Playhouse is the funniest thing ever known to man. And, the fact that we get a thing where he's like, fire, grease, fire. And then he's like, save yourselves. And Johnny goes, no, save the prosciutto. That's the greatest thing of all time. Save the prosciutto. There's so many great characters they use. Seymour the Elephant was pretty good. There's a lot of characters they use that are really good in that show. And there's a lot better one-off gags, or jokes, I should say, than there are running gags, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And the guest list goes hard. So the Muppet Show I'd put in A tier as well in that regard. What about you?
The Muppet, I'd give them both A's.
Yeah?
They're solid.
Okay, what about The Muppets, ABC?
Oh, no. Were we continuing with the Muppets?
Oh,
I was going in order of where they show up on my list, so the next would be Storyteller.
Oh, yep. Okay, you know what? The first season's gonna be S.
Yeah.
Second season's a low S, high A. But
Okay.
that's my bias to Greek mythology in general.
So it sounds like you want to put the Storyteller in S.
Yeah, but I'm going to split it like Wubulus. High regards for the first season. Not as high, but still really good for the second season. But it's more so my bias of the Greek mythology, in my opinion.
We'll put it in A, but we'll just keep in mind that it's also S.
Yes, again, agreed.
The Jim Henson Hour.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I personally didn't love this as much as some of the other media. I might put this in B.
It's a low A, high B, so put it in B. I agree.
B.
We'll put it in B. I think it's good. It's really good, but also I feel like the point where sometimes it crushed on the storyteller does come hard into this.
Yeah.
And I agree.
I just think it can't stand on its own, and it was trying to do a lot of things. Every episode was different, which had some charm to it, but it also made my brain a little anxious.
Which is valid. Very valid. So, okay, what else? What's next?
All right, now we get into some movies. We have The Muppets.
Wait, do we want to just finish the shows and then go right into the movies?
We could do that, too.
Yeah, so
You're right. Hold on.
Let's do The Muppets, ABC.
The Muppets, ABC. Oh, man.
I know where I'm putting that S tier, baby.
It took me a minute to get into it, though, and honestly, I was really mad at the first episode. I think it has to go in A, because it took a minute to find its footing.
But when it find its footing, though, it's the greatest shit ever.
But I think because it took so long to find its footing, I can't give it an S.
I can see it. Put it in S. I still have that point. Well, I'm still putting it in S, though. That's where I'm going to put it. All right, let's Muppets Now.
Muppets Now.
C.
C
tier.
Yeah, I agree.
It's harmless. It's fun, but nothing more, nothing less. The repetitive sketches do hurt it. I agree.
However, Muppets Mayhem, I'm not taking any questions. It's going in S.
It's fucking, it's the mayhem. It's the mayhem. Put it in F for Feebles.
F for Feebles.
That's right. They reference the Feebles. The Feebles are canon.
Feebles.
We're watching the Feebles.
We are not
I'm
watching
showing
the
you the
Feebles.
trailer at least. Can we please?
No.
Please?
No.
That's a great wrap up. Come on. You are the worst host since Jimmy Kimmel.
Hey, do not compare me to Jimmy Kimmel.
Anyways, moving on. Is that it for shows? I think that's it for shows.
That's it for shows, and then we can move on to specials.
All right, specials.
The Muppets Family Christmas.
S tier. S tier. All day, every day. Put in S. No complaints, Your Honor. S tier. Your S tier for you too?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's
better now with all the context?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And then we had the Letters to Santa.
Letters to Santa.
I'd give that a B.
It's a B. It's a B, C for me. Low B, high C. I'm one of those
Right.
people.
Haunted Mansion can go in C.
Oh, this is tough for...
Or B. C or B.
I don't think it's not Fafner Hall and Now and Letters mediocre. It has some good jokes.
I don't think it's A.
It's not A for sure. It's definitely not A. But this is like... it had some really good jokes and punchlines, though.
Fair, and some good songs.
Yes!
But it doesn't stand out.
No, but that's like the issue. But like it stands out a little more than the others. I'm going to put it low B. I'm going to put it in B.
Okay.
I think also the work they do with the CGI is really good.
Yeah.
Until the end. With the fucking hitchhiking ghost.
Okay.
Stupid shit.
All right, we'll talk about the Dark Fantasy trilogy first.
Oh, okay.
Labyrinth.
Don't even say anything. Just put it in S. Just put it in S. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Go watch that episode again. Go. I can never do it justice, I feel like. Put it in S.
The Dark Crystal.
Put it in S.
I'd put an A.
Put an S.
Okay.
Why A? Why A?
Because it just... Okay, I already explained all my reasons in the actual episode.
Do a speed run.
I felt like I was more invested in what was going on in the surrounding area than with the actual characters and the plot.
That's valid.
So I can't fully give it an S.
Still
but
fantastic.
It was beautiful and a fantastic movie.
Oh yeah, I need that vinyl so bad.
Mirror Mask
D.
is... No, I'd actually go one step below D and put it in the Bog of Eternal Stench.
Are we doing
It's going into the bog. Well, when I was originally planning for this tier ranking, I was thinking of doing the tiers based on locations in Jim Henson World, and the Bog of Eternal Stench was going to be the very bottom.
I'll put it in the Bog of Eternal Stench.
It's going into the bog.
Can't. Fucking Jesus Christ. Worst fever dream ever since I had COVID.
Yeah, it was not a great movie.
Oh, Jesus. Brutal. Brutal. And I'm sorry for all the fans out there.
Yeah.
But it's in the Bog of Eternal Stench for us. We're sorry.
All right. Let's go The Muppets, the 2011 version.
Oh, we're going out of order with the movies.
We are going out of order.
Okay.
We're just kind of going. Yeah.
That's an A for me. I feel like the ending especially gets you really hard. Like them singing Rainbow Connection.
Yeah.
It hits hard where it wants to. And it's a fun get-together movie that felt like them trying to... With of course, Walter, who they haven't done anything with, but again, what do I know? But I feel like at the end of the day, it's a nice meeting of the grounds where like the old fans got something while making a new generation happy. So I'm going to put it in A. And it again, Uncle Deadly and Bobo got some good shine, and they're some of the best parts of the Muppets ABC show. So I really like that. I think Jason did a great job. I think Amy did a great job. The cameos were awesome, and it tugs at the right heartstrings, acknowledging the Muppets and past, especially Miss Piggy and Kermit's relationship, and hitting where it needs to the most. And I think it was awesome for that.
About Treasure Island.
A tier. A tier.
Yeah.
Oh, A tier. A tier.
Yeah.
Tim Curry is amazing. Love that guy. Tim Curry's my favorite gender of all time. Just saying.
The Great Muppet Caper.
Oh, this is tough, though. It's a B.
B.
I like it.
Yeah.
Again, the Caper Manhattan duology in the 80s was a weird point.
Are we also putting Manhattan in B?
I'm going to put it below in B, yes.
Yeah.
If we have to rank them in the same tier, if someone asks, Manhattan's below. It's still good. I just don't think it hits well. And I'm noticing I'm going out of frame so much for our YouTube audience, and I'm so sorry.
You always do.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
I know. The way that we have this webcam set up is not the best.
Fund us. Help us get a professional studio. Make us famous, please.
The original Muppet movie.
S tier.
S.
S
Yeah, I
tier.
agree.
Best soundtrack. Best soundtrack of the bunch, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, we have it on vinyl for a reason.
We already talked Manhattan. Muppets Most Wanted.
S tier.
I agree.
S tier.
I agree.
Yes! S tier! You walker, your last walker. Okay, anyways. That's, like, the best Muppet movie, in my opinion.
And then Muppets in Space.
Oh, boy.
Probably could go
I'm gonna put it in an A.
A.
I really like it.
I would have given it a B.
It's got the same humor as Muppets Tonight, but it works.
Okay.
It doesn't have original songs. It feels weird. But the more I think about it, though, it still is like a great Muppet movie, even without the original soundtrack. So, I digress.
Okay, so in the Bog of Eternal Stench, the only one we did not like.
Oh wait, do we want to put Christmas Carol in there?
Oh right, we forgot the Christmas. Oh, and Sesame Street.
Oh wow, Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
I'm gonna
is
put you in
solid.
A.
Yeah, I agree.
Only because of the AI shit.
Sesame Street.
That's gonna go in A. Because
and
of the AI.
And then the Christmas Carol is going in S.
Put it
I
in
will
S.
take no notes.
Put it in S. Easily one of the best to do it.
So, in the Bog, just to recap all that.
By all means.
Bog of Eternal Stench.
Eturgle. What in the world?
Bog of Eternal Stench is Mirror Mask. The only one we didn't really like.
That's the only one, yeah.
Nothing in D tier.
Nope.
The Ghost of Fafnir Hall in C, and The Muppets Now in C.
Very serviceable.
Then we have the commercials, Animal Show, the Jim Henson Hour, Letters to Santa, Haunted Mansion, The Great Muppet Caper, and Muppets Take Manhattan in B.
Yep.
Wobulous World, Muppets from Space, The Tonight Show, The Muppet Show.
Yep. Sesame Street.
Sesame Street, The Muppets.
And Muppet Show.
Muppet Show.
Or Muppets TV show, I mean. You really like... Because you put
I know,
Muppet
I
and
tried.
and the Muppets.
Sesame, Treasure Island, and ST. What was that?
ST.
I don't remember.
Sesame Street.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't?
No.
Frick. Which one was that? I'm already blanking. Oh, God. What did I do? Storyteller.
Storyteller. That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Next
okay.
time we were having this on.
You're the one that's like weird abbreviating and then shortening.
I'm
This is
sorry.
throwing me off. I'm scared. Don't hug me. I'm scared. We need to watch that show.
Okay, the original, and then in A tier we had Fraggle Rock, the sequel to Fraggle Rock, Muppets Mayhem, Muppets Family Christmas.
No, you mean S tier.
Oh,
You said
whoops.
A. It's S tier.
Yes, I can't
S-tier.
read my own writing. The Dark Crystal and Labyrinth, all in S tier. Oh, and Most Wanted and The Christmas Carol.
All right, so here's the best part of all. Favorite TV show.
My favorite TV show, Mayhem.
Okay.
Muppets Mayhem.
Favorite movie out of everything.
The Christmas Carol.
Okay. All right, fine. I walked into that one.
But out of the ones that we specifically watched for this, favorite movies probably was...
Oh, this is gonna be interesting
because I feel like it's hard.
Oh boy, now I'm not doing specific. Now you have to really think.
I mean, Labyrinth.
Good,
I always love. I think out of the Muppets, Most Wanted.
Okay, but Muppets Wanted versus Labyrinth, which is the better one, in your opinion? If you have
Labyrinth.
to pick, yes,
it's a classic.
We're still getting married, thank God. I didn't have to divorce. Hell yeah. Okay, least favorite movie.
My Mirror Mask.
Okay, I walked into that one. Muppets movie. Least favorite Muppets movie.
Muppet movie.
Mm-hmm. Is it Manhattan?
Probably Manhattan.
Yeah, it's good, but
Yeah.
it's a fun time. All right, now for the best question overall. Out of all this media combined, what's your favorite?
All of the media
You have to take
combined.
everything into account now. Of all the stuff we just tier listed that we watched for this month's podcast, what is your favorite of all time between these?
Oh, I think even including The Christmas Carol and...
Including something's beating the Christmas Carol?
Beating the Christmas Carol.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not going to guess.
Do you want to guess?
Okay. I'm going to get this in one shot, I hope. Is it Fraggle Rock?
No.
What?
No.
The tension's killing me. What is it?
Muppet Mayhem.
Whoa! Oh!
I loved that show so much. I loved that we got Animal more. And don't get me wrong, I love Fraggle Rock, and it has definitely become a new all-time favorite. Like, it's going to be a comfort show for sure, and I cannot wait to watch more of it. I would have already watched more of it, but
we have jobs.
We'll talk about why in a minute.
We have jobs,
Yes.
and DVDs are hard to come by.
And so I have not been able to watch any more of it, but Muppet Mayhem was probably the perfect show. I had so much fun with it. I loved getting to see more of these characters because I feel like we don't see a lot of the Electric Mayhem.
They're everywhere, but they don't always get the spotlight.
They don't get the spotlight. And I loved that we gave them the spotlight in this one. And Animal. Animal is my favorite Muppet.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Dr. Teeth's fucking hysterical. Yeah. Janice is your spirit, like, Muppet.
Yeah. I have channeled my inner Janice a couple of times, and Benson's getting real sick of me.
I am not. It's okay. Sometimes I channel my inner Sergeant Floyd. That's for sure. Floyd's fucking great. And then other days I channel my inner Zoot. Not the part where he goes, "This is a meeting? I'm Zoot." He's one of the funniest Muppets. He's gotten such an upgrade in humor.
We were at a store the other day, and there was like a drawing on the wall. And I looked at it real quick, and I thought it was Zoot, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing here? No, it was just a moose.
Well, it's funny as hell, because like Zoot's one of the characters that got an upgrade in humor and screen time in this iteration after the Disney purchase. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the few things that came out positively, is that people like Zoot and, what's it called? Lips, Uncle Deadly, and Bobo. Like, Bobo got good screen time in the 90s for sure, but like I feel like he got even better with Uncle Deadly, Lips, and Zoot in the new iteration of the Muppets. Zoot in the ABC show, fucking when, what is it called? Kermit's talking about his, Robin's parents getting divorced, and Zoot's just crashing at the studio, and he's like, "Oh, I got him this chair," and Zoot goes, "Nothing fixes a broken home like a chair." Like, he's so unhinged in the best way possible, without even needing to, like, be chaotic. He just literally is just stoned all the time, and I love that for him. Happy. Sorry. Happy. Legally now.
Yes, they're legally happy now.
Mm-hmm. But I agree. I think it was great to get some good shine on the Electric Mayhem for once.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love Fraggle Rock, and it definitely is up there as an all-time favorite.
Yeah.
However, the reason that I have not been able to watch anymore is because we are taking on a new venture in December and January.
Oh, yeah.
So we decided to spin the wheel, since we're not spinning the wheel like on camera anyway. We decided to spin it early so that we could start planning for next month, which turned into next month's.
And God help us for that. Do you want to explain what we landed on?
So we landed on a very, very, very big franchise
that takes a lot of its history in a galaxy far, far away.
We are doing Star Wars.
I'm excited for this. I love Star Wars. One of my favorite media franchises. Oh boy, your undertaking, because we went into this. Now, we spoke it into existence, I feel like, when we talked about how easy it was to get into Jim Henson, because there's not really a lot of connected lore you need to understand to get full enjoyment. Star Wars is exactly that. Like,
I am so nervous.
She's watched the 6 movies, the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy. She has not watched the sequel yet. She's recapping for prequel original for this, though, so we could talk about it. She has not watched any other TV shows. She has not seen any other shows. She's new to Star Wars, technically, because we never have the time to watch anything else. God forbid Star Wars. I, as a tried and true Star Wars fan, went through all the shows and everything else and the movies, even the sequel trilogy. Oh boy. There is so much connected lore that all comes back to a big show, especially now that Disney's really pumping out it's the Clone Wars. That is 7 seasons, 120-something episodes.
Yep.
And you can't watch a lot of those shows without... You can watch those shows, I guess, but you're not going to get the enjoyment if you don't know the lore and history of why these characters are so important from the Clone Wars. Oh, boy. So
we have quite a few things that we need to watch for this one, which is why we are expanding it to 2 months.
We did warn this in the intro episode. Don't say we didn't warn you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really excited. I'm so nervous. And honestly, I have a lot of thoughts about Star Wars, which is something that I really need to blame Benson for, but we'll talk about that.
Me?
We will talk about that in the first episode.
What did I fucking do?
Of Star Wars.
What did I what?
So, you'll probably notice this episode is a little late, but that was because it is Thanksgiving weekend, and so we decided to push it back a little bit. Either way, Star Wars will continue the regularly scheduled program. It will be up on Tuesday.
Yeah, and speaking of which, of the prequel trilogy, that's what we're starting with.
That is what we're starting with.
So the first week and a half are essentially dedicated to each trilogy. And then I think we said we're going to do like the standalone films. Rogue One,
Solo,
and Clone Wars, which are a part of history, obviously, but still stand on their own to some degree.
And then we tackle the TV shows.
And believe me, we pushed Clone Wars back as much as we could to give her time where we can do 2 episodes every week, but give you guys some content. So the first show, and we really stretched with this one, are going to be Droids and Ewoks.
Those are 2 different shows that we are planning on watching. They're a little bit on the lighter side.
Cartoons from the 80s.
They're cartoons from the 80s.
Mm-hmm. So. And then it's Visions and Alkalite, because those 2 are separate, but, interesting things that we can combine. And then there's Obi-Wan and Andor, followed by Clone Wars finally, and then it just goes from there with Rebels, Bad Batch, Mando and Book of Boba, Ahsoka, and we're actually going to try to tackle some video games, so maybe we'll play a few on stream, on my stream I should say, so follow on Twitch for Benson Dimension if you haven't already. We're going to play some fun stuff. We can play Lego Star Wars, and Lego Star Wars, and Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, and Lego Star Wars The Clone Wars, and Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, and Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga.
Okay, that's enough out of you.
And then we can play Battlefront. There's a lot of Lego games. They really stretched out the Lego games, but the PlayStation 2 games are the OG and the best. Don't come at me.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us on the Catch-Up Corner this month. And hopefully you'll continue to join us for Star Wars. Are we completely caught up on the Jim Henson universe? No.
No.
And we probably won't be for a little while, but it'll make a return on this channel.
I mean, it'll be nice to go back for a 1-year anniversary month and go through all the topics and tie up loose ends. I feel like that'd be a good idea. So that'll be fun. Cool. Should I answer? Should I do answer? Should I do a question?
Yes, let's ask a question.
What was your favorite piece of Jim Henson media that we've talked about? What was your least favorite? And what do you want to see for us next for the next few topics? And what are you excited for Star Wars? Ignore that second question. Favorite and least favorite piece of Jim Henson media that we've watched together? And what are you excited for when it comes to Star Wars? I am very excited, especially because there's an episode, second to last episode, that isn't really a piece of Star Wars media specifically, but also goes into what happened with the Disney buying of Star Wars, which I'm very excited to talk about, and it'll really show my tisms. I cannot wait for this. So, yeah, that's my questions of the day.
All right. Make sure to answer those questions in the comments.
Do it. We still have to read them. We have yet to get questions. Or answers, I mean. Feed me, Seymour.
Again, thank you for hanging out with us. We love you. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Yay!